Hello my friends, Stark here. Today is the 8th of December 2015. Until today, every video that I've recorded has been shot in just one take. It's because I don't know how to edit video. Now this has to change if I want to tackle, at least on video, more complex subjects such as repairs. Tonight we'll be tackling welding repairs to my tow dolly. Although I can't find a manufacturer name on the unit, I think that this tow dolly is built by Master. I bought this tow dolly used about 5 years ago, and I've towed it for thousands of miles and towed hundreds of cars with it. In fact, I've used it much more than any rollback or wrecker that I've owned within the same time frame. These tow dollies are just great for transporting front-wheel drive cars as cheaply as possible. In fact, I've used this tow dolly so much that the steel ramps suffering from metal fatigue, they've cracked. Now, last night I welded here, and then both sides of the left-hand ramp, outsides, here, and the outside around here. Tonight I want to get at the insides of the ramp, so I weld both sides of the steel. So tonight I want to weld here, no crack here, we're good on this side, and then on the left hand ramp need to weld here, get the other side of this crack, and then follow the crack across to here, and then the same on this side to weld the inside of this crack, and then follow it through the steel to this point. Finish up the job to ensure that these cracks don't reappear. The first thing that I want to do is drill a small hole at the end of each crack to prevent it from growing or expanding when I weld. My drill bit is a little blunt and the metal is thick, but we got through it. Alright, so now we have our two holes drilled at the ends of these cracks. Let's move on to grinding the metal in preparation for the welding. So now I want to mark the cracks with this red felt tip pen. It'll be a little easier to see the cracks when welding. Okay, and the other side. A little difficult to see. I don't mean for you, but for me. Quite difficult. These cracks don't necessarily follow the straight line. Okay. And now finally, time for some welding. Alright, so I've finished my welding repairs to the cracks in the tow dolly ramps, and I would be the very first to admit that these are not the highest quality welds you've ever seen, but she'll hold together. They'll do the job. So what I want to do, just to finish off, is to weld this short section of angle iron into place, just to help to prevent the flexing of the ramp, which no doubt caused the crack in the first place, particularly on this side, on the left ramp. This had suffered from flexing and cracking significantly worse than the right side ramp. Keep in mind that this is a tow dolly, not a Lamborghini, so it's allowed to be a little rough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Good enough. I'm finished and I'm satisfied. In fact, some of these beads actually look fairly good, and some areas don't look so good, such as under this gusset plate where I struggled to get the tip of the welder in there. So now tomorrow we can paint the underside of the ramps and grease the swivel points here, and then the opposite number on this side, which is hidden right now. On this tow dolly, at least, this entire top plate swivels about this point, so I have to keep it greased. I guess this is an ideal opportunity with it upside down to give it a real... Okay, my friends, we're almost finished on this project now, and I've just coated the underside of the tow dolly, the ramps, with Miracle Paint from the Bill Hirsch company. And although I didn't show it, I also welded in an additional section of angle iron here on the right side ramp to strengthen it in much the same way that we strengthened the left side ramp earlier with this long section of angle iron. Final step will be to grease the top plate here and the opposite point on the other side. Alright, look what I found. Some old Texaco Marfac grease. And this should be just perfect for greasing the top plate of the tow dolly. goes on really thick, like treacle pudding, and it feels tacky to the touch, very tacky, which makes me hopeful that it'll last a long time and not just be washed away or scraped away. Alright, my friends, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'm calling this project finished. Take care, see you next time.